If 4 raised to power x squared over 2 raised to power x is equal to 8, x is equal to what? Hello everyone, welcome to our math class for today. In our video today, we are going to find the value x in this exponential function equation. But in this solution, we're going to show you two methods you can use in solving quadratic equation, which is the factorization method and the quadratic method. It's going to be included in this solution. But before we do that, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel in order to get a regular update of our Maths Olympiad videos once they are uploaded. Thank you. Now let's solve this question. To solve this question, we are going to immediately simplify the parameters. 4 will give us 2 raised to power 2, and that will be raised to power x squared, and this will be over 2x, and that will be equal to 8. If we simplify that further, remember from the log of logarithm, if you have laws of logarithm, if you have a raised to power x all square, all raised to power y, that will give you a raised to power x what y. If we apply that, we are going to have our 2 raised to power 2x squared all over 2x, and this will be equal to what? 8. So remember that this is what? 1 over 2 x. So that will give us 2 raised to power 2x squared multiplied by 1 over 2x, which is equal to what? 8. So that will give us 2 raised to power 2x squared multiplied by 2 raised to power minus x equal to 8. We will now make reference to another law of logarithm that you know, that if a raised to power x plus y is equal to a raised to power x multiplied by a raised to power y. If we bring that into this part, since they have common base a, that will give us a 2 raised to power 2x squared. Let's clear that to make it clearer. So this will give us 2 raised to power 2x squared, right, minus, because that will be plus minus x. So it will give us minus x, and that will be equal to 8 is equal to 2 raised to power what? 3. So you see now that we have two base, common base. So what will happen is common base will clear common base, and we'll have the power equating each other. So we'll have 2x squared minus x, that will be equal to what? 3. Now if we bring 3 to the left hand side, bringing 3 to the left hand side will give us 2x squared minus x. This will come over here to give us minus 3, and that will be equal to what? 0, which is a what? A quadratic equation. So in this solution, we are going to firstly apply the factorization method in solving this equation. Now, in solving this equation, we'll first of all apply the factorization method. Now, in the factorization method, we are going to look for, we'll have our 2 times minus 3, which will give us minus 6. So we'll look for two values, we'll multiply, that will give us minus 6. When we add them, it will give us minus 1, which is this value here. So what are those two values? 2x and x. The two values will be 3 and what? And 2. So if we say we'll have our minus 3, and then we'll have our what? Our plus what? 2. If we have that, then we'll have this value to be 2x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 3. That will be equal to what? 0. So simplify, we have common terms here, x will come out to give us, this will give us 2x minus x divided by minus 3x divided by x, that will give us 3. right? So we'll have a common term here is the common term here we'll have here is 1, and this will give us 2x minus 3, and this will be equal to 0. So here we'll have x plus 1 to be equal to 0, and then we'll have our common term, which is 2x minus 3 to be equal to what? 0. So our x plus 1 is equal to 0, and our 2x will be minus 3 will be equal to 0. So from this part, we can get the two solutions to x. Our x here will be equal to minus 1, and our 2x here, if 3 goes here, it will be equal to 3, and then our x will be equal to 3 over 2. So our x values here is equal to minus 1 and what? 3 over 2. That is the solutions we got using the quadratic, using the factorization method. Now let's apply the quadratic formula. In a jiffy, using the quadratic formula, we'll have our x value to be equal to minus b plus or minus square root. So whichever of these values you want to use, very good, of these methods you want to use, is better for you, but you are going to arrive at the same solution. This is the quadratic formula. So what we'll do is we're going to find the values that we'll put in there. Remember the solutions we are trying to find. We are given the quadratic equation, which is 2x squared minus x minus 3 equal to 0. So in this value, A is equal to 2, B is equal to minus 1, and our C is equal to minus 3. When we apply that over here, we are going to have x, we are going to have x value to be equal to b is minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 minus multiplied by minus 1 plus or minus square root of minus 1 square minus 4 times a is 2 times c is minus 3, and that will be all over what? 2 times a is what? 2. So our x will be equal to minus times minus will give us 1 plus or minus square root of minus times minus 1 square will give us 1, minus 4 times 2 will give us minus 8, minus 8 times minus 3. So minus times minus will give us 4, 8 times 3 will give us what? Will give us plus, 8 times 3 will give us 24. So we'll have that over what? Over 4. So to simplify further, we're going to find out that our x will be equal to 1 plus or minus square root of what? 25 over 4, and our x will be equal to 1 plus square root of 25 over 4 and 1 minus square root of what? 25 over 4. So if we simplify, we are going to have our x, the square root of 25 is 5. So we'll have 1 plus 5 over 4 and what? 1 minus 5 over 4. So this value here will give us 6 over 4, and this value here will give us minus 4 over 4. So if we simplify further, we are going to find out that this whole value will give us this divided by this will give us 2 here, 2, and 2 will give us what? 3. This will give us 3 over 2, and what? This will give us minus 1. So our x values are equal to 3 over 2 and minus 1. So these are the two methods we can use in solving quadratic equation. I know you enjoyed this solution. I want you to subscribe to this channel and also share these solutions with friends and colleagues. See you in our next class.